Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Denise, and currently I'm on a journey to simplify my life in order to focus on what truly matters. So in my last video, I went all through my spring capsule wardrobe and I showed you all the clothing items that I wear on a day-to-day basis, like my going out everyday clothes. And I did leave out my shoes in that video just because I felt like it was a category all within of itself. So in today's video, that's what I'm going to be going over is my minimalist shoe collection. So surprisingly for me, I have been able to get my shoe collection down to 7 pairs at this time. And not that that was a specific number or goal that I had, it's just the way it worked. I have 7 pairs of shoes, and I think I have reached a point where I don't really see myself needing or wanting more. With the exception of maybe like a rain boot, just because I do live in a state where we do have all 4 seasons and it does rain quite a lot here. I live in the state of Tennessee, so winters here are not too harsh, but we do get the occasional snow and the occasional cold weather. So with that said, this shoe collection is pretty transitional into all 4 seasons, give or take a few shoes of course, but I don't find myself needing to add more shoes as the seasons change because I already have what I need, with the exception of a rain boot, of course, which would be a nice to have, not really a need, just because I actually haven't even owned a rain boot the entire time that I have lived here. I just find that when it does rain, it kind of gets my other shoes a little yucky and wet when they're not really supposed to be weather resistant like that. I'm not outside a lot when it does rain. It would just be a nice to have. Also, another disclaimer, none of these shoes were thrifted. I know in my previous video, I talked a lot about how I have thrifted a lot of my clothing items. Shoes for me have always been difficult to find secondhand just because I can't find my size or I can't find them in a nice enough condition for me to want to buy them. I'm kind of icky about buying used shoes. I know everyone's different. It's not the worst thing in the world. If I do find some that are clean and decent looking, I would buy them. It's just also difficult to find them in my size, and just because something is cheaper or more affordable, I'm not just going to buy it if I don't completely love it. So I have found myself just leaning on purchasing shoes brand new, just because it's easier to find high quality shoes that I love and I know will keep for a very long time. So I know maybe you're thinking, wow, 7 pairs of shoes, I could never do that. And maybe at some point I felt the same way, but also maybe not, just because I don't think I have ever been a huge shoe person that I can remember, but I do remember being a person that would just like to have a lot of options in just any wardrobe category, whether it's clothing, shoes, accessories, bags, etc. Minimizing just every aspect in that category has just helped me feel more calm, feel more confident, feel more put together. It really truly has helped me elevate my personal style, in my own opinion, and just getting ready in the morning is so much more easier. It also saves me a ton of money because I'm not mindlessly spending on a new item because I think it will add value to my wardrobe without really knowing if I like it or not, or if it's going to stand the test of time in my personal wardrobe. And so now that I have kind of minimized it to this minimal shoe collection, I truly feel good about every single pair that I own, because every single pair is a pair that I love, that fits very comfortably to me, and that fits my personal style. So enough rambling, let's get into the video and let me show you all the 7 pairs of shoes that I own. Okay, so the first pair that I have here are just a pair of Madewell sandals, and as you can tell, these are pretty worn. These are probably my most worn sandals just because they're super easy and I can just slide them on when I just need to get going. And also, I probably got these in 2018, 2019. So I have had these for at least 5 years. Okay, and the next pair of sandals that I have here are these sandals from Saison. I did recently just get these and another pair that I'll show you next, but these are just like a strappy kind of sandal, a little bit more dressier than the Madewell ones, but I do really love these, and I've been loving wearing these like out on a date or even to work. They're not the most comfortable to walk in, I will say that, just because the straps kind of start hurting, but just for like casual use, they are pretty comfortable. Okay, and then the other pair that I recently also purchased from Cezanne are these like fisherman type sandals. These are just a black sandal, so kind of something different than like a tan or a brown sandal. I love that they're kind of like more of a platform to give me some height because I am only 5'2", so anything extra I can get is a plus. But these sandals kind of remind me of like those Doc Marten sandals, just a little nicer, I suppose. Not that the Doc Marten ones are not nice, I just don't think they're a very like dressy type of shoe, and I feel like these kind of give it a more elevated feel. I don't know, I used to have the Doc Marten sandals and I ended up selling them on Poshmark just because I wouldn't wear them enough. They kind of felt a little too clunky, if you know what I mean. And while these are still clunky, I feel that they're just the right amount of clunky. Okay, and next I just have these white Converse sneakers that I've had for maybe 1 or 2 years, like 1.5-ish years. And while these were very trendy, like maybe 1 or 2 years ago, I still really do love them, and I do wear them quite often. As you can see, I kind of need to clean them up a little bit, but I love wearing these. Again, I love the platform just because it gives me some extra height, and these are pretty much like my go-to white sneaker, my only white sneaker actually. And also I kind of was debating on whether or not I should replace those sneakers just because I feel like they were a bit too trendy and now they've kind of gone out of style, but I decided it doesn't matter. I really love them and I don't see the reason in spending more money in order to replace a perfectly good thing. And next I have the only other pair of sneakers that I own, which are my running shoes, which are these Hokas. I wear these like when we go on walks and runs and other casual activities. And by the way, they are super comfortable and it feels like you're walking on a cloud. Okay, so I have 2 more pairs of shoes left that I own, and they are kind of more fall winter type shoes, although I will wear them occasionally like in the spring, depending on the situation or the occasion. Next, I just have these black ankle boots. Forget where these are from. Oh, they're by Dolce Vita. I just love this classic, simple pointed toe boot, and I do wear these quite often to work as well, and they're super comfortable. And last but not least are my loafers. These are my loafers. They are from the brand Vagabond. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but I love these loafers. They are just a classic leather loafer. I love the patent look on them, and I also wear these like to work or anywhere really, more often like in fall and winter just because my foot does get kind of hot in them, but I mean you can really wear these any time of the year. Okay, well I feel like that was kind of a quick video just because I guess it is only 7 pairs of shoes that I own. Pretty minimal, I would say. Honestly, I don't really feel a need for other shoes. I did recently purchase those 2 pairs of Cezanne sandals, which was kind of a splurge because they are kind of pricey, but I just know that I'm really gonna wear them for a long time, so I really think I'm going to get good wear and use out of them. I do feel like they are a higher quality with them being leather and all, and honestly I know that with the rest of my shoes I have kept them for quite a while, so to me it was definitely worth it. Okay guys, well I think that's it for this video. Let me know what you think on a minimalist shoe collection. Would you consider narrowing your shoe collection down just to simplify your life, or are you just a big shoe person that needs to have different varieties, different colors, different options in order for you to feel like your wardrobe is complete? Personally, I think narrowing my shoe collection down has definitely helped elevate my personal style. Not only does it save me a ton of money, it also just helps me appreciate the things that I already have, and it helps me be more intentional when I am making purchases. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.